between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today we've got a The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They begin the drive with Williams. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The Lions at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is, his ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. We're scoreless after one. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson
With touchdown number 12 on the year.
and the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Lions nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And this will be a Packers 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Rodgers. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now it's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Rodgers now to throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Lions nothing. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember, of course, to keep an eye at the bottom of your screen. The ticker is always there, giving you updates on Week 7 of the NFL season. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. That's taken in by Watson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Complete on the crosser to Hall. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked.
Touchdown! Christian Watson.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, call it 13 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's Jones again on second down. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 44. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
Third and inches.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And the Packer first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Now Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And it's a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are pouring it on. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get...
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And he is going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On play action, now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Off the option, it's Jones. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Again, it's Jones. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this offense on 3rd down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll look to throw. Harris has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a counter, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
It's Williams on the catch.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Quay Walker
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And he's got his target, Harris. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 12. 1st down, Green Bay.
Team here, Charles.